All right, let's talk about something that might just be the most important quality in real estate right now: integrity. With the industry facing what feels like a real crisis of trust, we're going to break down how this one single principle can actually rebuild careers and restore confidence. So let's dive in.
Check out this definition. It's from way back in the late 19th century. And what's so telling is that even then, Webster's dictionary pointed specifically to the transfer of property as like the ultimate test of someone's character. It just goes to show you, real estate has always been this high-stakes arena for integrity.
And yet, here we are today, stuck in what you could only call a fog of mistrust. Public perception is shaky at best. Consumers are confused, they're skeptical. It's a huge problem, and it's casting a shadow over the entire industry.
So where's all this fog coming from? Well, it's a mix of things you're probably all too familiar with. You've got these massive industry shifts, like the NAR settlement, a seemingly endless stream of lawsuits, that constant drumbeat of negative press, and just a ton of confusion around how buyer representation is even supposed to work now. All of it together creates this perfect storm that just chips away at public trust.
But you know what? There's something that cuts right through that fog, and it's integrity. Just think about what that word really means: moral soundness. It's the quality of your character being structurally solid, not chipped, not compromised, not hollow.
And that brings us to this really powerful metaphor. Think of your integrity as the main structural beam inside a house. You don't always see it, right? It's not the fancy paint or the nice floors, but if that beam is weak, the whole house comes crashing down.
To put it really simply, it's a powerful equation. A strong beam means you get a strong house, and strong integrity, that means you get a strong, long-lasting career. It really is the foundation everything else is built on.
Now here's the thing. Integrity usually isn't lost in some big dramatic moment. It just erodes. The beam gets these little cracks from seemingly small compromises. Saying you have a buyer when you don't, overpricing a listing just to get your sign in the yard, telling sellers what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear, or maybe skipping crucial paperwork like a buyer agency agreement. Each one of those is a tiny crack that weakens the whole structure.
So here's the critical point. Building a career on integrity means you have to tell the truth, especially when it's uncomfortable. Sure, the comfortable truth might make a client like you for a minute, but it's the uncomfortable truth, the one about an unrealistic price or tough market conditions, that actually builds deep, lasting trust.
And this choice totally changes how you show up. Are you a pitchman, just running through scripts trying to sell a product? Or are you a fiduciary, speaking from the heart and guiding a person? See, the pitchman? That creates suspicion. But the fiduciary? That makes your integrity visible. And people want to work with a real human, not a walking script.
And a great way to make your integrity visible is through documentation. We're talking buyer agency agreements, clear fee structures, all your disclosures, even just a quick email to summarize a phone call. This isn't just about covering your butt legally. It's about sending a clear signal that you are a professional who is transparent and who cares.
Another place those beams can crack is in how we set expectations. It is so tempting to promise a specific outcome, right? To play the superhero who guarantees a quick sale. But real trust is built when you promise your effort and your commitment. Your clients don't need a superhero. They need a dependable partner they know they can count on.
This brings us all the way back to that powerful old definition: uprightness in the transfer of property. So what does that actually look like, day to day, in the real world?
Well, it looks like this, representing a property with total, complete honesty. That means no exaggerating the good stuff, no hiding the bad stuff, no withholding crucial information, and definitely no cherry-picking data to push someone toward a decision. Your job isn't just to close a deal, it's to faithfully guide someone through one of the biggest financial decisions of their entire life.
When you boil it all down, your word is the currency of your whole career. Every single promise, no matter how small it seems, either builds up your reputation or tears it down. It is that simple.
So how do you manage that? You treat every casual "I'll send that over later" like it's a verbal contract. And hey, if you can't follow through, the key is to communicate proactively before it turns into a broken promise. Clients don't lose trust because you're busy. They lose trust because their request just disappeared into silence.
Okay, here is a really powerful filter for every single interaction you have, before, during, and after. Just ask yourself this one question. If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. You're operating with integrity. And if the answer is no, well, you know something needs to change.
Because here's the truth. You can't just slap integrity on a billboard or in your email signature. It's not something you just announce. It's something you have to demonstrate, one small decision at a time. It has to be who you are, not just something you say you are.
Let's wrap up with this powerful thought. Right now, in this moment of uncertainty, the industry doesn't need another gimmick. It doesn't need a better sales script or some new shiny tool. What it needs is more structural soundness. It needs more strong beams.
And that beam, that's you. Every single agent out there who chooses to operate with unwavering integrity is helping to rebuild not just their own business, but the reputation of the entire profession. It all starts with you.